Yo.
Yo, Red, do you remember the record?
Which record you talking about, man?
Well, I'm talking about Summertime by DJ Jazzy, Jeff, and Fresh Prince.
No, I don't remember that.
You don't remember that record?
That's a great record.
Fucking great record, man. Come on, dog. What's up, Cornerstoners? My name is Johnny Warbucks. I'm here with Kalishnikov Red, and welcome to our 10th installment of Remember the Record. Today we're going to be talking about the hit classic Summertime. Summertime, which first got released as a single back on May 20th, 1991. Alright? Yeah, but before we talk about any of that, in honor of the recent passing of Magoo, let's take a moment of silence. R.I.P. Mr. Magoo, man.
Yeah, it's
Virginia staple.
Represent, and there's we've had a couple of people come out of Virginia, and our numbers are few, and he definitely was big.
He set it off. If it wasn't for Magoo, we get no Timberland.
Yeah.
We get no Timberland. We get no Missy Elliott. Pharrell. Yeah. Right.
But no, Lady of Rage.
Lady of Rage.
No, Nationalized DC. Yeah.
I mean, much love, but that's Farmville, Virginia. You know what I'm saying? Clips. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so you'll push a T in there. But like Magoo was one of the ones that set that off. Matt Skills. You know, I mean, but I'm saying.
Yeah. Even like the Woo affiliates.
Yeah. Woo Syndicate.
Yeah, Woo Syndicate.
Yeah, I mean, look, Virginia's got a lot of flavor, man. Kogan Monks, Johnny Warbucks, Kalishnikov Red, Superpolot. I mean, Count Fifth.
DPS.
DPS, the Poet Society. Mike Rockwell, and them.
Mike Rockwell, whole rack of.
There's a lot of heads out of Virginia, man, that people sleep on. But
Murder Music Bones.
Shout out to all of them.
JC,
everybody. Man. So. Tell you what, my man, before we start talking about Summertime, let me ask you real quickly, man, what have you been listening to recently?
Ooh, what have I been listening to? So, DJ Muggs just came out with, he literally just dropped today, some new Soul Assassins.
Oh.
And I dig it. I don't dig it as much as I dug his older stuff, like older Soul Assassins.
Yeah.
But I dig it. It's got Scarface on it, which is amazing.
Shout
It's got Ice Cube and Big Real on the same song, which, if you know the history between Cypress and Cube, it's good to see them all together on the song. At least for me, because they're my favorite rappers. But what have you been listening to?
I mean, obviously, in preparation of this podcast, I've been listening to a lot of DJ Jazzy, Jeff, Fresh Prince. I've been listening to a lot of Will Smith.
Besides from that,
besides from that, man, it was interesting. It was a couple of days ago. I got No Surrender by Bone Thugs and Harmony stuck in my head, and so I went and was playing that, and then I just dove into that catalog again. That the old Bone, Creeping on the Come Up. Eternal.
First of the month.
Yeah. Art of War.
My favorite. I know it's crazy because he's not really in Bone, but my favorite verse off of Slanging Rocks. Oh shit! Here comes the crooked ass cop. Yeah, that's my shit. Yeah, for the love money.
Yo, that's one of the best verses on the whole catalog. Bone is the only group that I know that is partnered up with big legends, man. You got Eazy-E, you got Tupac, you got Biggie, you got Big Pun.
That's Biggie and Bone. I mean, that's
fucking, that song is amazing.
That's amazing.
Notorious Thugs is still probably one of my favorite songs.
I've been dangerous. Ain't too many come back with us. Straight up, we no dangerous.
And what was dope about that is he was rapping on their level.
Yeah.
Right? Tupac did Tupac.
Eazy-E did Eazy-E. Didn't hear Biggie rap like
no
that.
And right after that album dropped, every album that year, Nas had a fast joint. Jay-Z had a fast joint. Everybody was like, I can rap quick too. It was, but Biggie was the one that was like, I can hang with these guys. I thought that shit was fucking fire.
That song was tight.
That is such a great record.
No, Bone brings back a lot of memories.
It's a time.
A lot of instrumentals between us.
Oh my god.
Just freestyling, recording, and what was it? I want to say it was first of the month that we tried.
It was All Eyes on Me.
All Eyes on
Me. And heads were like, because I was rapping fast back then, people were like, "You rap like Bone."
No. We had like
you heard me on this joint. You were like,
an instrumental. We had like instrumental Bone that we really like get down on. But anyway,
that's all in the past, man. Listen, we're going to talk about summertime. We're going to talk about DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, which means we're going to be talking about Will Smith. And so I do want a disclaimer here real quick. Look, we know that the timing may be kind of hot. You know, Will Smith's name is back in the news for a lot of the wrong reasons. But we're not here to talk about any of that. We're not here to talk about that at all. We're here to talk about DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. We're here to talk about summertime. We're here to talk about the legacy that man left behind in hip hop, and go a little bit, maybe dig a little deeper into that too.
Yeah, I all I will say is this, and I'm not really going to get into it as much, but I will say that, you know, Will Smith has brought us so much through movies, through shows, through his music. I mean, so much emotion. Like every time, even to this day, when I know it. I mean, you guys know what I'm gonna say. But anytime I see that scene with Will Smith and Avery Butler, I think his name,
from the Fresh Prince,
yes,
about his dad.
Every time I get teary eyed.
That's what you call fucking acting.
He's a great actor. So for me, it's like I can't forget any of that and the impact he had on my life, and I'm not gonna just go against somebody for one mistake. That's all I'm gonna say with that. You know?
None of us are saints.
Yeah,
we all deserve second chances.
Yeah,
but outside of that, look, let's get into the stats real quick. I'm going to talk a little bit about the stats on Summertime. Once again, Summertime, DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. This is once again by Mr. Jeff Towns, Jazzy Jeff, and Will Smith, the Fresh Prince. The young lady that is singing on that hook is actually Jean Baylor, who's one half of Janae, which I think is pretty interesting. I didn't realize that was who was singing it. Yeah.
Wow.
It was recorded in 1990. All right. The date of the single, once again, May 20th, 1991. The first album appearance was, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. We were little when this came out, man. It was Home Base, which is came out July 23rd, 1991. That was their fourth studio release by this point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Recorded at Warehouse JEM, which is founded in Philadelphia by Obi O'Brien, who's the chief sound engineer for John Bon Jovi. Yeah. And honestly, the song, and I'll get into that in a little bit about where the song was legit recorded, because it's kind of interesting. Other studios listed for the finishing touches on the whole album included Battery Studios, which is Sony's NYC studio, and Soundtrack Studios, which was known for editing, mixing, etc. in New York City. Let's see. So the producers are Kay Fingers. It's a New England-based producer who also worked with acts such as like High Fives, a lot of R&B cats. Hula, which is a Chicago-based and half of the duo of the Out Here Brothers.
Wait, how do you say
Hula, like hula hoop?
Okay, hula.
Yeah. And that's actually where the song was written and recorded, and we'll get into that in a second. Also, Roland Edison is a producer. He's known for his tenure at RCA Records and was responsible for breaking out SWV.
Oh.
And he sadly passed away in February 2012.
So a lot of R&B behind this.
A lot of R&B, a lot of radio, which was the point, which was the plan, because according to Will Smith, the album right before this, and in this corner, he referred to as a massive failure, went double plastic is what he said in an interview. And the reality is, it was a gold album.
And at that time, that was to get a gold.
And he considered that an absolute failure.
Yeah.
That's the pedigree. You know what I'm saying? So, written by DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. There are additional song credits that go to all the members of the Cool G and the Gang.
Yeah, of course.
Which we'll explain in a second. Song is 3 minutes and 57 seconds. Album cut is 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Samples include the main beat from Kool and the Gang. That's the writing credits for you. Which was their 1974 summer vibe out record, Summer Madness, which is just, I was listening to it on the beach just a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
It is a chill record. Yeah. It is a summer record, and you hear it throughout the song.
The first time I heard it was Rocky.
You said that, right?
Rocky
I
one.
don't even remember this.
Listen, Rocky has some great music.
Yo,
Like,
shout out to Rocky.
yeah,
I love that franchise.
And
I don't remember it.
yeah, it's like it's like I forgot what scene, but I was like, they have this song. I was like,
Yo.
oh. So yeah, but nah, it's cool. It's cool.
So that's the main chunk, the meat on the bone for this record. But also the hip hop sample favorite, James Brown's 1974 "Funky President." People, it's bad. Is the drums for the
okay.
So that I think in just the last episode was we were talking about this record. Like James Brown's Funky President is probably one of the most, that and Get Down and all those, The Boss, all those things are probably like the most sampled records in hip hop history.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Godfather of Soul.
It's just crazy because I know it's going off a little bit, but like there's a Cypher song where the sample is James Brown, boom, boom.
Yeah.
And man, I didn't know it was James Brown. I'm like going through. I had bought like so many vinyls. I bought one James Brown vinyl. Let me put this on. I was like, I got it.
Oh.
So, anyways, yeah.
Fun fact before we get into the certifications. All right, so the producer, Hula and Fingers, they wrapped up their recording contributions to Home Base with Will in Chicago, right? And the label ends up handing them a record. This record is going to end up becoming Summertime. It was originally offered to Rakim, but he passed on it. He was like, I don't need it.
Interesting.
So what happens is that there is a flight delay back home to Philly. So Will Smith instead goes out for the night. His voice is worn out from hanging out the night before, like fucking bullshitting. And because of that, he wanted to get the song done. He sits down with these guys and in a single session writes the whole record, and then records it instantly. And because his voice is so like worn out, he lowers it, and he like softens
very monotone, very like just conversation.
And so when you hear it, a lot of people disputed that Rakim wrote it.
I can see that.
Will Smith has said that like one of his biggest inspirations in hip hop is Rakim.
So,
and if you listen to some of these records,
well, that's what I was gonna say. Like to me, I hear a lot of Rakim in "Don't Sweat Your Technique" and
Follow the Leader.
Follow the Leader, yeah. Like I hear a lot of
that. A lot of Chuck Rock in there.
A lot of Chuck Rock in his flows.
I hear a little like in some of his later stuff. I hear a little Chuck D in there. Like it's just that era. Like it's just that era.
I'm just saying, it's like Will Smith admired them, but also rapped with them, toured with them.
Yep.
Did the whole thing with them. So it's like it's. I mean, I'll let you finish, but it's just like, you know, how can I sit here and be like Rakim is amazing and have Will Smith have to be at the same caliber as Rakim and be like, man, Will Smith's whatever. Like you can't. If they're touring together, they have to be the same caliber of artists. Like it is what it is. So for me, Will Smith and Rakim and all those heads, man, they're goats, man.
They're goats. Why isn't this in the conversation?
They're goats. That's all.
We'll talk about it. So as far as certifications go, and then we're just gonna break it down, y'all. Platinum single and platinum album in the US and UK. Album also went gold in Canada, right? Charts, #1 Billboard Hot R&B hip hop song, #1 Hot Rap song, #4 Billboard Hot 100, #1 UK dance music, and was number 38 Billboard Hot 100 by the end of the year. And again, this came out of May.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So like this was on rotation.
Yeah.
Right? And then last side note, song earned a Grammy for Best Rap Performance by a duo group, and a Grammy for Best Single.
Ironic that it's Grammy this and Grammy that.
When we were digging into all of this, it's discovered that they won a Grammy for oh my gosh, what was the first record? Was it Parents Just Don't Understand or Girls Ain't Nothing But Trouble?
I think Girls Ain't Nothing But Trouble. That's
so it's the first Grammy, hip hop Grammy, right? And the irony of it all is that when they did the show for the Grammys, they weren't going to publicize. They didn't publicize the rap category.
Rap was not in any way publicized.
It wasn't taken serious at all.
Radio, MTV, Grammys, Hollywood, but just no.
What does Jazzy Jeff and Smith do? What does the Prince do? They boycott the Grammys, and they go on an interview and discuss that they are boycotting it so that one day rappers will get the opportunity to perform at the show. They deserve to be at the show, and they deserve their awards to be presented. The Grammys listened to this, and the very next year, and moving forward, hip-hop became a part of the Grammys for all of their awards to be televised.
And who did this?
Who did that? Will Smith did that. So people, like, again, this is why we wanted to talk about it. Is one, it's a hot record, but like there's so much about it.
Well, the ironic thing is that he's banned,
and now he's banned for 10 years because
So it's just, but he's done so much for hip hop.
Yeah.
That it's not just that aspect of it, but internationalized it. Like, I mean, look, I say MC Hammer, Will Smith, and Vanilla Ice really internationalized hip hop, and Run DMC. Run DMC because they crossed over with Aerosmith, and Aerosmith had been internationally known at that time.
Yeah.
But hip hop itself wasn't internationalized at that moment because of hip hop's like backing or like own energy.
Regardless of having things like Sugar Hill Gang, Rappers for Light Out, right? Like Run DMC, like you named it, right? Like those guys with the crossover had to happen in order to bring hip hop into a palatable state for the country, for the world, right? And this is one of the pioneers that did it.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's especially with the Will Smith show, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. That was, I mean,
I'd argue that was like one of the very first times I was truly introduced to hip hop. Was watching that show.
See, for him, but for me, it was New York Undercover was more into that. Yeah. But still, Will Smith, but New York Undercover was still more of an adult show. My parents wouldn't want me watching it.
Bel-Air was hilarious.
My mom loved Will Smith, like The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. My sister, my girlfriend at the time, and me, my friends.
Got friends in our group that say old high school like crushes, like first crushes.
Yeah.
And then people love Will Smith.
Yeah, man. No, and it's for reals, and it's just he deserves his roses. Just like
give that man his flowers, like Joyner Lucas did, right?
Joyner Lucas.
That's great. If y'all haven't heard that record, man, it's literally called Will, and the video's dope because it's like going through all the different movies he's done.
Yeah. The video is cool, but the remix
was super fire
because Will like actually is on the song and he's like talking back with Joyner, and like it's a good.
He
song.
goes back and gives his flowers to his idols. Yeah, and it's really dope listening to that.
Yeah, and then so in digging this. My man's over here was like, yo, you gotta check out this album, you gotta check out the singles and all that stuff, and I'm like trying to find it on the Apple, but because I'm just typing in Will Smith, I'm not typing in
Fresh Prince,
right? DJ Jazzy Jeff and all that, so I'm like Will Smith, so I'm like I can't find it, right? So I end up like listening to another album with Will Smith, one of his like later, more current albums, which was
Lost and
Found. And
which I never heard until he was like, yo, you gotta listen to this album.
Yeah, and like I never heard it either. I was like, I want to see what his latest like type of like
what
sound.
was that lasting impression before he transitioned fully over.
So I was like, all right, let me hear this, man.
Yo, I mean, I'm gonna tell you right now, people, go and listen to Lost and Found. Man. He's got some wild. He's got like notes to like Spider-Man.
Dun, 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 dun.
But it's also like he talks about like all the stuff, like all the people shitting on him being like the corny soft rapper. He talks about when Eminem dissed him.
He's like, why are you being mean to me?
It's, I mean, honestly, what was funny about it is he's like, usually like he'll send me a song and be like, you gotta hear the song. And I noticed like he sent me like 6, and I was like, I'll just listen to the album at this point. Because he's like, you gotta hear this. Oh, you gotta hear this. Oh, you gotta hear this. And it ends up like he's talking about conscious relevant stuff. He's talking about like the rappers that deserve props. He mentions Dead Prez as people that are found in the lost and found of hip hop. He's talking about Queen Latifah. He's talking about Rakim. And he says in an interview that idolizes Rakim, and you literally can hear that influence, particularly in these records like Home Base, which is what Summertime is based off of.
Oh, those records are hard.
Code Red, you can hear it a lot, which was like his last one before like they switched over to just the Will Smith moniker.
Yeah. And this, which is interesting, like as look, I like Will Smith, but his trajectory in music, I have to say that I like Will Smith up to Jazzy Jeff the Fresh Prince. When Will Smith went on his own to do Will Smith, that's where I kind of like lost. Like I stopped listening when he did Men in Black.
I bump Men in Black, dude. I love that. I love that movie. I love that record.
He would bump that. He would bump like the Wild Wild West. Like,
shout out to Drew Hill.
Like all those.
Shout out to Kumo D.
All those things, yeah, right. But all those things to me kind of was just like, all right, whatever, right? And then I was like, that's why I lost it after that. But then I was like, I hear this last album, and it's just like, man, it really struck a chord with me with the stuff he talks about in the album. But weren't you telling me that like Nas?
That was for getting jiggy with it. So like once again, another big record for Will Smith, right? And Summertime, people were like, yo, Rakim wrote it. And it was clear that it was not true. The misunderstanding is that Rakim was offered the beat and chose to pass on it. And I mean, his loss, it ended up being a multi-platinum record. But getting jiggy with it, people were debating if Nas wrote it. And in our diggings, we discovered that Nas says he did not write that song, but he admits to throwing him a line here and there.
Well, I wonder what the lines are. But
what lines on Get Jiggy With It?
See, this is the coincidence. This is the coincidence because it's like the connection again is with Rakim, because Nas looks up to Rakim like his father figure in the rap game. And, he takes a lot from Rakim into his own flows. And then
Will Smith.
Yeah, and it's like, now Will Smith has like both Rakim and, Nas have like rumors that they had been writing from. So it tells you how high of a caliber Will Smith is.
He's the one doing it, and people are like, no, it was a Rakim record. It was a Nas
doing
record.
It with gods.
Those are people that people argue are goats.
Like Rakim will love God. Yeah, I mean,
that's the quality of rap that he does.
Yeah, and that's where it's just like, damn, Will, like,
heads be sleeping, man.
And not only that, longevity.
What, 3 decades with tangible records?
Longevity. Fucking what else?
Grammys, platinum records.
A lot of firsts.
Opened up the Grammys to people. Opened up international.
Yep, international. And
brought it into our homes with the TV shows.
And
crossed over to movies.
He has the money to make good beats and good production, and uses a lot of like samples that are just classics. Ring My Bell is one.
Yeah, Ring My Bell is one.
The other
Summertime is cool in the game.
Summertime, and then Just the Two of Us is an amazing song.
Record.
I mean,
Just the Two. Yeah. I actually like Just the Two of Us.
I like that too.
He's wholesome, dude, and it's a wholesome record. Anybody who's a parent, I got a daughter. I mean, that song is fantastic, man.
Yeah, and like what I heard, and I've seen him talk about it, is that him and his dad didn't get along.
We know that because you could see it in his portrayal when he was doing that Will Smith, that Fresh Prince thing.
But I actually heard that Will Smith wanted to kill his dad. Like there'd be times where he's like at the stairs and he'd be like, if I push him, you know what I mean? Because apparently his dad was really bad to his mom and to Will. So it's like you now you see the Will, like the beautiful, like awesome, nice Will, and then
where some of his roots began.
But then you see like
for that struggle.
You see the anger, like
the tangible pain.
It's like the whole time. I mean, I'm not saying it's a front, because that is Will Smith. He's the nice guy, but there was still underlying pain, underneath that. That's why that face was such a good, like that whole facet, the whole illusion was such a good thing. I'm not saying that he wasn't. He's not a good guy. He's not a happy guy. but you can hear, especially in a lot of the songs in the later album that Lost and Found, that aggression. And it's not like he's coming at you with cuss words, he's coming at you with pain.
With energy
And pain. You can hear it in his voice. Like, why did my homie die? Why did Tupac and Biggie die in the streets? Why did? And it's like, you're like, damn, you really feel it, you know what I mean? And that's the song with Mary J. Blige, and that song's
yo, shout
amazing.
out to Why, right? That's amazing. Yo, yeah, that's on Lost and Found. I'm telling y'all, man. I mean, we've slept on some stuff, and I would say that's one of them that you guys got to check out.
Yeah.
I do want to circle back to Summertime. This is a record that, once again, like, I mean, since I was a late bloomer into the game, I can't tell you when I heard this record. I just know that when it finally grabbed me, it became something I had to listen to every fucking
that beat,
year.
Man, that beat, that flow,
that beat, that flow,
yeah,
and it's like okay, so like we always talk about the lyrics on the show, and I went to go under highlighted lyrics. All I wrote was the entire thing was a vibe.
Yeah, because everything he says,
it's not about it being
from the barbecue
bars.
and like
it's the visuals.
The visuals, like putting on your sneakers and like dressing up for the girls, and the girls.
Everybody's dressed like in the barber shop, in the salon,
cars.
Yeah, you gotta go like 2 miles an hour so everybody sees the car. You spend all day waxing.
And it's like,
go out to the basketball court because there's girls out there.
And like the thing I was telling my boy,
family reunions.
Is that like when you see the video and you see like the sun on their skin, you're like,
you can feel the
heat, man. It's summertime. It is what it is. It's a perfect song. That's all I'm saying. Perfect song because it evokes perfect feeling, and
everybody can. There's not one person on planet Earth who can't relate to it.
Everybody knows that song.
I don't know.
I don't know
if everybody loves the song, but like everybody, everybody experiences that song. Yeah. That's what I'm getting at. That family reunion, that playing in the water. Temperature's about 88. Like that whole summer vibe. While we're talking about the video, I'm gonna drop a few quick stats on that too. Like, so the video was directed by this cat, Jim Swafield. All right. So he also directed videos for A Tribe Called Quest, including Scenario.
Oh.
So this is the same director as Scenario, but he's also done videos for Kool Moe Dee, for Coolio, and R. Kelly. Particularly, he did all of those Trapped in the Closet film joints. Remember Trapped in the Closet?
No.
It's like so you don't remember Trapped in the Closet? This was a big deal. So R. Kelly has like a 5-part like musical opus telling this ridiculous story about how he got trapped in the closet at some chick's house, and it just got like crazier and crazier and crazier. And hell, even Weird Al Yankovic made a spoof on it, Trapped in the Drive-Thru. It was massive.
I don't really know. The only thing that...
Oh, dude, we have to watch... Dude, those videos are bananas.
Yeah, well, I mean, R. Kelly, like, I know that with Isley Brothers.
Yeah.
Are you talking about that? No, you're not talking about that.
No.
No. That was a big, like, a thing.
This is one song that is broken up into, like, chapters, and it's like a musical opera, basically. It's a story.
Yeah, but so it's contagious because it's also got the other song that's related to it. Part 1, Part 2, Part 3.
Oh, word! I hear what you're saying. This is longer and bigger, and then the whole thing they made a movie out of.
Gotcha.
And that's what Jim Swafield directed.
Gotcha.
The same guy who did Summertime did Trapped in the Closet. It's just kind of wild, dude. I'm really shocked you don't really remember that. We might, if we've got time, we might watch that after the show. All right, so check it out. The video depicts summer in Philly, opening with Jeff and Will dancing in the yard. It's beautiful, like this split, like home photo album thing where they're like split in half and like the bottoms are going different directions, right? Let's see, we get this reoccurring visual of them both sitting like on like this patio furniture. They got this table, they're having like drinks or whatever, but the background keeps changing, right? And so like you get like they're just they're chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool, right? Act all cool. The background changes from backyards, cookouts, Philly skylines, cars driving, lakes. All while it keeps bouncing back to these scenes of like basketball courts and heads like cruising in their cars. But the big part of it, and the main meat, is that the main meat of the video is like they're in this backyard having this big barbecue cookout. Right. Like you got like families of all ages. They're cooking, they're dancing, and like kids are blowing bubbles and playing with each other in the yard. People are like play fighting, and there's like wicked like chef's kiss like slew of like video girls, man.
Oh yeah.
Just so many like attractive like women just making the video rewatchable over and over again.
Man, and that was, it's a different time.
And it's tasteful, y'all.
That's what I was gonna
tasteful.
say. It
wasn't
like
you know, we're not talking Two Live Crew here.
No, but even that, it's like
no, I get around Tupac. Like it wasn't like that stuff. It wasn't any of those like Easy like pool parties. It wasn't like that. Very tasteful, very family friendly.
Yeah, of course.
But there was I felt like there was kind of a highlight there.
Yeah. No, because it's also,
maybe that's what I'm looking for.
No, because it has to do with like, I mean, you know, it's like he talks about like the guys and the girls and you know, looking fresh and dope. And
there was one line where I was like, is this even tasteful now? Because he's talking about like guys are out there hunting for honeys. But he says guys are out hunting. Oh no, that's the bar. Guys out here hunting, and honeys doing likewise. Ladies doing likewise. Checking out the lady out there with the light eyes or whatever.
See, man, and that's just even those bars, how he breaks down the rhyme scheme on it. You can tell he can flow.
He's got great flow.
He can flow.
He says like one line. He's like, and if it ain't broke, then don't try to fix it.
Yeah.
It feels good. You
know,
just hearing like subtle stuff like that, and throughout the whole joint, it's like that. Like, I mean, the Alpines.
Yeah, everybody from Eazy-E to Will Smith.
Like, everybody rapping about like bumping stuff out of the Alpines. LL Cool J. How's that part?
Even like Ice-T, I think.
Dude, then I let the Alpine play. Right? Yeah. That was easy, but like, adjust the bass to let the Alpine play. Right? Pop my CD in, put it in your car.
No, it's like that LL Cool J song, and I'm so excited because we're gonna go see LL Cool J. It's my first time.
Yeah, me too.
And Ice-T and LL Cool J had beef, and
it's so hip hop, man. Everybody come back around.
No, it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be a great show. But anyways,
what do you know about the Plateau, man? Check that. I wish I looked into that, man. There's this place in Philly called the Plateau. It's where everybody goes. You know what I'm saying? I never went.
No, but I will say that listening to Will Smith and like the later album, he even gives props to Coolio.
Yeah,
I was like, that's
dude.
cool.
I mean,
cool.
He like, and I think we already went in over this, but like he mentioned like Dead Prez.
Yeah, Dead Prez. I mean, come on.
Do you understand? Like
the significance of Dead Prez.
Dead Prez
coming out of Will Smith's mouth.
Right. is one of the craziest things. I mean, I would have never. When you hear the record, I rewound it.
Yeah,
it's been a long time since I listened to a record where I'm like, rewind that, play that back.
Is that what I think he said?
There's no way he mentioned Dead Prez, dude. Like that is significant.
Yeah, man.
Dude,
I mean,
it would be like any other mainstream rapper right now doing like a Chino XL reference. Right.
You're
like, whoa. What do you know about that?
Right. So I know this is kind of off a little bit, but let me ask you, what's your favorite Will Smith movie?
Yo, man, hold up, man.
Oh, I didn't even know that was
hold
a thing.
Up, man.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Man, you think this is a game? You think this is a game?
I thought I was smart asking smart intellectual
dude, it's a very good question. I like that question a lot. You know what? We should talk about that. But let's give it like 10 minutes, man. I'm trying to rush stuff.
No idea.
Man, I want to hear the songs where the rappers are rapping and the people are singing over the hooks. You know, shit like Old Dirty Bastard, like my man Mariah. Go back like babies and pacifiers. Oh, dog a liar.
Oh, man. No, but okay.
That kind of stuff, man.
Real quick, though. New Jersey, or that whole Philly,
Are you asking me like as opposed to like which sound I prefer?
Well, no, you said
the Philly sound versus the New Jersey sound.
Well, no, it's like Will Smith has that. Pel Biv DeVoe has that.
Damn, we are off because so this is such a wild video because look, guys, I mean, we're talking about summertime and we're struggling to keep on topic because we are so surprised. I mean, it's fucked up to say it. We are so shocked. I mean, we both have a brand new respect for this cat, not just as a rapper, but as like a entrepreneur and a prolific
prolific artist.
In hip hop.
In movies.
He changed so much.
And yeah, I mean, shows.
So it's like we're supposed to, people are up here, they want to hear about Summertime, and it's like we've only given Summertime 10 minutes, man.
Yeah.
But like, and so look, the album that the record is on is called Home Base, right? This is our 4th album release. So by this point, there's a lot of that. Girls ain't nothing but trouble. Parents just don't understand. And at this era, the first thing that came to my mind when I popped this tape in and I hit play on it, and we get down to like maybe track 2, 3, 4, it doesn't even matter. I'm like, yo, this is a New Jack Swing record. New Jack Swing like a mug. Like if you like acts like Bell Bib DeVoe, you like the New Edition, you like those sounds, you like that kind of music, you'll love Home Base, because Home Base,
even to some degree, Boyz II Men.
Boyz II Men for sure. That's New Jack Swing too. People don't think Boyz II Men is New Jack Swing. They tripping. Motown Philly.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Early in Vogue. All of those acts, man. If you like Paul Abdul straight up. Who's my man that just got paid? It's Friday night, yo. Oh, and then, it's Friday night. Who's my man? Oh, my God. This is how we do it.
Montel Jordan.
Yeah, shout out. Any of that stuff. You like that stuff? You'll love this album.
Mm-hmm. No,
this album is it's definitely New Jack Swing.
It's got that field to it. It's got that sound to it, like that. Yeah. It's got that. It's
even like the hooks, like it's got that whole sound to it to me, man.
Mm-hmm.
Ring my bell, like some of those bigger hits that are on the album itself.
The blinking light.
Yeah, we need to talk about that one a little bit, man. So this is another thing, is that we are talking about Will Smith, right? Mr. Clean, Mr. Nice Guy. Some would argue that he's soft, corny. Yeah, people are calling him a bitch. But on this record, he's got, what did you call it?
A bitch.
No, you called me a bitch?
No, he said.
Oh, get my blinker. What is it? What is the name of the song though?
Looking like the Blinker song.
Why am I missing this? Is that I don't even think that's on this album, man. That was on one of the ones before it.
No, it's this album.
My blinker. Why am I not seeing it?
This is his.
This is organic show, guys. I mean, look, we do all this research for rhyme and reason, and here we are. Like, I get so lost in some of this stuff.
He's got a booklet over here.
I'm positive my blinker. Okay, so look, but here's the deal about my blinker though. This is a record where he's talking about some old lady that cut him off, right? It's just it's a simple, wholesome Will Smith record, right? And he's like, "You saw my blinker, bitch." It's the way he says "bitch."
It's so emphasized.
And you hear him say "damn" and "ass" and like just naughty language, potty mouth.
For him.
What's your language, Will Smith?
But no, man, I really.
So there's your edge.
I really look.
Just cussing out like old ladies.
Like I gotta say that when I heard the Will Smith rendition of "Summertime," because like I said, I came from.
I couldn't see because the shit's highlighted.
See this guy.
You saw my blinker. Smithtown, shout out.
No, but I will say that music-wise, when I heard "Summertime" as hip hop, because again I heard it originally from the Rocky, which was the Cool Gang, or whatever, right? I always want to say like Cool G Rap and the Gang.
Yeah, I know. I do the same thing. I do the same thing.
I always want to say it. But when I heard it as hip hop, I was like, it's one of those songs that I have to say like I fell in love with hip hop because of that sample. I was like,
dude, I love that sample. It's been using a lot of stuff.
It's just crazy because like now I'm a producer and I have that sample. I'm like, man,
it's been done.
I was like, I want to use it so bad.
It's great, but it's been done. It's been chopped up in so many different ways.
So many times.
It was in It's a crazy mixed up world. It's a doggy dog world.
Yeah.
What is the name of that instrument? It's a synthesizer.
Yeah.
And it just gets louder.
Yeah,
I can't even hit that.
Right,
shit is dope, dude. I just love that sound, that synth sound, and the melody is super smooth. I mean, it's one of the very few rap records where it legit encompasses an entire vibe.
Yeah, it does.
You can't think back to all of your summertime memories.
Well, there's the other one too that Feel Me Flow.
That gives me good summertime vibes too. And guys, you know what? We'll probably talk about that one on the show.
Yeah, like Feel Me Flow.
I love Feel Me Flow.
And in the summertime, but like my head, that's really. I mean, there's summertime in the LBC.
Oh, Dove Shack. Yeah,
yeah,
that's dope.
Yeah.
3-6 Mafia in the summer.
In the summer, but
I like in the summer.
But none beat Will Smith's.
No. Fresh Prince. That is a vibe, man. It's a vibe.
So,
and look, before we get off into the games, because we are getting close to that, because we're gonna talk quite a bit in there. But you know how every once in a while, I mean, some people might call it the Mandela effect, or you just like have a song that's stuck in your head that you remember the lyrics and you've been reciting the lyrics, and your whole life you've been doing it. I've seen the video, I've listened to the song over and over again, and then when I'm reviewing the music video again for the show, I noticed something that completely made me feel stupid as shit, and I went back and looked up the lyrics, and I was like, I'm an idiot.
What?
So
I'm scared I'm gonna be an idiot.
How the smell of a girl could spark up nostalgia.
Yeah.
It's not a girl that sparks up the nostalgia. So in the video, it's a fucking grill. So in the video, you see a little kid coming up smelling a grill while he's talking about smelling girls, and I'm like, that's inappropriate. And I'm like, no, wait a minute. I run it back, and I'm like, let me get on Genius real quick, and I hop on Genius. And guess fucking what, y'all?
Now see, that's him. Because I always thought it was real.
Did you think it was girl?
Because what else would it be?
It was a girl. How the smell of a girl could spark up nostalgia. That makes sense.
Yeah, but not all girls smell.
I'm just a pervert. I'm like, you remind me of my child.
Fucking Biden.
No! Damn it! Can we play the games, please? Can we play some games?
Let's play some games.
I want to get out of here. I want to go hide. Yo, so I'm going to start off the games with this, right? All right, so we usually go into sequence only, but I'm going to start off with a trivia question. We talked about it a little bit, but let's talk about it. All right, so DJ Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince, the group was the third rap duo in history to receive platinum status up to this point. Who prior? Which hip-hop duo group came before the group? Duo or group?
Okay, group is
rap. We're talking about platinum status. Summertime is the third. Whoa. I don't even know if it's summertime, to be honest. It might be parents just don't understand, to be honest. But we got a platinum. They were the third rap duo in history. Duo or group. Platinum status. Think about that era.
I'm trying. Yeah.
What went platinum? What got into the ears of? And I'm not asking the song. I'm just asking the groups. You think Wu-Tang?
Snoop.
You think Snoop during summertime?
No, it's summertime. Oh no.
So once again, this is a 91 record.
Yeah, it's 91. Well,
so who? No, they came out like 92, 93, though.
Yeah.
Death Row wasn't happening yet.
91.
What would be a massive radio?
Quest, Scenario, Black Sheep. Michael Jackson.
Think about crossover.
We talking about Run DMC.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
who would be the next What would be another big crossover act from that time period?
Run DMC.
You got Run DMC, and it isn't Sugar Hill Gang.
No, I wouldn't say that.
Who do you think it might be?
I mean, I wouldn't call it crossover, but I mean, it's not Africa Bambaataa.
Nah. I would say the Africa Bambaataa just brought it out of New York, it expanded on that. But no, platinum record. Beastie Boys, man.
Beastie Boys.
So it goes, and I think if the order is correct, it's Fresh Prince, Run DMC, Beastie Boys, I believe.
I mean, that makes sense.
Might have to fact check me on that.
But
Pretty
no
interesting,
idea.
right?
Yeah,
Pretty interesting.
That's crazy. I mean, Fresh Prince. That's
I was like, we got to talk about that because that's. I just thought that was kind of neat.
yeah.
And of course, it's Run DMC with the Aerosmith Walk This Way. Of course, that's one of the first platinum hip hop records of all time. The Beastie Boys. It's got to be Fight for Your Right to Party. Right?
Yeah. It has to be. It's that time, and that was across.
What's the other massive record they did?
No,
it's got to be that.
That was that time. That was that time. Which
So
I didn't really like that song.
Oh, I love that song. I love the video.
No. Girls.
You didn't like Girls?
No, Girls.
Oh, it might be that.
That might be it.
We're gonna do a little fact check.
Yeah.
Bring it up in the comments, guys. What do you think it is, or what do you know it is? I'm almost positive it's got to be Fight for Your Right to Party because that's like, I mean, think about it. That's you got this white Jewish rappers
but like Girls
doing party song. It's like a college anthem.
Girls is such
Yeah,
a
Girls too.
It's such a.
It's possible.
I don't know.
Walk This Way, of course.
No, of course, Walk This Way. There's no.
I mean, that brought it to everybody. You got Aerosmith in there.
You know what's crazy though? Kind of on a side note, a little bit. I'm watching all this Will Smith stuff. Guess because it comes from that time and era. Guess who comes up on my thing? Run DMC. And guess what they say about MC Hammer? Dun, dun, dun.
Run DMC talking about MC Hammer?
Yeah.
I don't know.
MC Hammer can't rap.
Ooh.
Take away all the clothes and all the backups, dancers and singers. You got nothing.
Oh,
this was on Arsenio.
That was on Arsenio Hall?
Yes. I was like, and this was Jam Master Jay who was saying this.
Stop.
That's
damn. I'm not even gonna. You know what I'm thinking. I'm not saying that because that's disrespectful and shit. Damn.
Yep.
That dude's mad connected.
Yep.
I'm not. No.
I'm not saying nothing against MC Hammer ever.
I'm not. We love MC Hammer.
And Suge
remember the record? Remember the record? Love Suge Knight and MC Hammer. They're the best. They're the greatest things since
Look, I'm wearing red here for Suge Knight.
Yeah, red on red hip hop. Hip hop.
Suge Knight.
There's hip hop over here.
It's all good. It's all good.
All right, let's go into our singles only, guys. So we're gonna put that up on the page over here. There's a lot of singles.
Yeah.
I was really shocked. I mean, you think of like 2 songs, right? So we got Girls Ain't Nothing But Trouble, The Magnificent Jazzy Jeff, it's a tight little record. Touch of Jazz, same thing. Brand New Funk is a dope record. We got Parents Just Don't Understand, A Nightmare on My Street.
That's my jam.
Hey, yo, Straight Up and Down, it's like it's the first horrorcore record.
My jam right there.
You like 3-6 Mafia? You like Sham? You like all that Necro? You like all that stuff? This is Will Smith.
Yeah.
PG, but he brought it to the radio. I love the whole thing.
That's it, man.
You're not even gonna listen to the rest of them? Oh,
I mean, no.
I think I can beat Mike Tyson, which actually has Mike Tyson in the video.
Yeah.
The Groove, which is Jazzy's Groove, it's a cool little record. Ring My Bell, love Ring My Bell. You not so much, but
Okay.
The Things That You Do, which is
that was a good one too.
That's a New Jack Swing record through and through.
But that's also Rakim.
On the Flow. Yeah, I can hear it. What's that one song that he did? He did like a love song, like a girlfriend song.
Oh, Rakim.
Rakim did. It was a lesser hit for what we all recognize. We always think about Eric being president. We think of Technique. We think
from that time.
He has a song that's like called Mahogany. I think it's Mahogany. It's on that level. But and then of course big hit, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I mean, let's be honest, guys. In West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground, there's nobody that doesn't know that record. My father could recite that.
It's a man.
That's how big he is.
Will Smith did his thing with
that's
that
like Michael
show,
Jackson
man.
shit.
Yep, he did this thing with his show. He really fed into the hip hop community with that show.
And I loved that beat. I loved that video,
Yeah.
like the intro.
Yeah.
I watched that. A lot of times you go to those old shows, you like skip the intro.
I heard that song be like rendition by so many other rappers, but a lot harder.
Yeah.
Like once upon born and raised in East LA or something like that.
Yeah. And then take it to the street level.
Yeah.
So we got I Wanna Rock, which is a Jazzy Jeff record pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, Shake the Room. Platinum record.
Interesting record.
I'm Looking for the One to Be With Me. Do you feel the same way too? That's a great record. Can't Wait to Be With You. Twinkle Twinkle, I'm Not a Star, which is an interesting parallel to today because you're a massive fucking star.
Right.
And then Lovely Days is literally like that Bill Withers shit. Lovely days, lovely days, just the lovely days. It's dope. So those are the records. Which one we taking?
For me, it's the Nightmare on My Street. I really fucked up.
I listen to that song every October. Dog.
So
it's on a Halloween playlist. I got on Johnny Warbucks.
So there's 3 songs in my upbringing that kind of have the same feel, which is this, Mind's Playing Tricks on Me, and there's a Latin rapper, Puerto Rican rapper, old school from this same time, called Vico C, and his song is called Viernes 13, which is Friday 13th. Yeah. All these songs have this
vibe to it.
This vibe. It's like, it's this one in particular.
It's very, it's a softer, but it's horrorcore.
But no, this one in particular is like more suspenseful.
Yeah, once he gets towards the end and what he's talking about.
Yeah. You're
the video is wild. Did you watch the video?
I didn't watch the video.
So look, in the video, like they make a big disclaimer. Like, this is not Nightmare on Elm Street. No soundtrack. Has no relationship whatsoever to them. The character that they use for Freddy, they make sure he looks completely fucking different. He kind of looks like Tombstone from Spider-Man.
Okay.
Like straight up and down. He's like that pale, that same sort of Fresh Prince hair, squared up, that couldn't play shit, and then his glove is like that razor blade.
I didn't see it recently. I saw this back.
It's a really weird version of it, but the music feels like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like in the story, obviously,
it's like, what's gonna happen next?
Like, and then silence.
Yeah, man.
It was just all a dream.
That.
I'm gonna go with you on Nightmare on My Street.
But there's other ones in there in that list that I do get down on too. You know.
You said you don't really fuck with Ring My Bell though.
So Ring My Bell.
That is such a new jazz swing record, dude. I love that sound.
I like the sample.
And I love Ring My Bell. So
I like the sample. But
it's been done better by other people.
Yeah,
that's your debate about.
I've heard it so many times by other people that when I hear this, I'm like, it's just not the same.
I'm gonna give it up to Ring My Bell. I understand your stance on it. Brand New Funk is a banger. I think Don't Shake the Room is a banger. The Things That You Do is another New Jack swing record.
I really like.
It's the thing. And the video is really wild.
I didn't see the video, but I just heard the song, man.
Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince are watching a chick, almost and when I say stalker, they're in a van with equipment on video. They're watching this chick.
1990s.
Like the early 90s. Yeah. And it's but at the ending of the video, though, the chick opens up this cabinet or whatever, and she's been watching them. And they're all at the ending shut it down.
I do. It's interesting. Like I said, once I messed with Will until he stopped being, Fresh Prince and DJ Jazzy Jeff. When he went on his own, it was kind of whatever. But now as an adult, I listen to his shit on his own. I'm like, yeah, but to get jiggy with it and that kind of stuff.
A little too happy for you.
Yeah, a little too. And
I like Miami, dude.
Nah, I don't.
Welcome to Miami.
Because at the same time, you like that song too, but I don't like the LL Phenomenon.
I love that record.
Nah, I don't like that.
Something like a phenomenon. And it's the same vibe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Came out at the same time. You're right.
Like that whole
that era of hip hop.
Yeah,
for the radio.
That was the same Bad Boy. Bad Boy was doing their thing too.
A lot of their More Money, More Problems.
Yeah.
It was just kind of it's dance heavy, and these big samples.
But there was some good music at that time.
But those radio hits, they were pulling these big hits from the 80s and turning them into singles, and everybody was doing it.
Yeah, Bad Boy.
I like that
Bad
era.
Boy
Man.
had some good stuff.
It's not that I was on the fence. It's this is what I was listening to at the time. This is what was available to me.
Right.
But you're right. That was at that point where I was starting to get more into the underground. And I was starting to really debate is this any good, right?
Yeah.
So I understand. And then when I did dive in, I was just a straight up hater.
I
shut it down.
No.
I was I only listen to underground.
But see,
we were writing and recording and doing the same stuff.
But see, this is where it's interesting. You shut it down and became a hater, but I was more accepting of the one or two here and there. For me, 112 of Bad Boy was amazing. Anything they came out with
was that song with
Da-na-na-na-na.
Yeah, girl, I wanna
yeah.
be with you.
Or
Black Sheep.
or kissing you. Oh man, like
if you need a fix.
Yeah, no, the even
No
the
diggity.
the one where it's the one where like with Biggie and sky's the limit. Sky's the limit.
Bro.
Yeah.
Sky's the limit.
God, man.
Keep on, just keep on pressing on.
And
I listen to that song whenever I need to feel like I need to get my shit together. It's an uplifting record.
Has some good stuff. Bad Boy,
I'm with you. I'm with you. No, I fuck with Bad Boy, man. That's DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince for the singles. Let's get into deep cuts. Aside from the songs that garner those chart positions and the music videos, what is your favorite record off of Pro Things? So we start off with, and again, we'll put this up here. I'm All That. This Boy Is Smooth. A Dog Is a Dog. Caught in the Middle. Love and Life. Trapped on the Dance Floor. Who Stole the DJ? Dumb Dancing, Summertime Reprise, which is literally kind of like a smooth outro. And then it finishes up with the Ring My Bells remix.
So, man, there's so... Look, this is why I say that, like...
People need to... If you haven't heard this album, you should go back and hear it. So, it's got dope shit.
I'm All That is my favorite.
And this isn't like parents just don't understand stuff.
No. This Boy Is Smooth is my second favorite.
You like
Dog
that?
Is Dog is...
I like Dog Is Dog.
Samples from fucking Deli.
Yeah, it's dope.
Caught in the Middle is... No, that one's good, too. That one's good. Trapped on the Dance Floor was the only one.
I like Trapped on the Dance Floor. Again, it's like New Jack Swing shit.
Yeah, it is.
I love that stuff, man.
Who Stole the DJ is amazing.
It's interesting because he's like, I'm talking like a detective. See? You gotta figure out what happened to Jazzy Jeff. Who stole him, man? Tell me.
Like the whole like tempo and everything.
Yeah. Very conversational rap style.
Dumb Dancing is whatever. And Summertime is obviously Summertime. And the Reprise, I mean, yeah.
It's just like hey, we listened to this album. This is the song that did it.
But I will say this, out of that, because Summertime has a lot of remixes. There's one specific one where it's the bass one.
Well, yeah, I mean, hold on. Let's answer the question to which one's the record on this one.
So for me, for that, like I said, I mean, I'm All That's my favorite. But I mean, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of 8. 9.
Mind you, not the singles.
Yeah. So out of 9, I like 6.
You know what I mean? So the meat of the record,
that's a lot of fucking meat.
I like the entire thing, dude. But I'm gonna go with you with I'm All That. That sample is fucking vicious.
Yeah.
He rhymes hard as shit on that. I mean, Will Smith hard. He rhymes like clean as shit. He's got like a great rap style on that.
Another one that's good like him doesn't really. Young MC, man.
Young MC.
That's another one, man.
Father MC. Yeah, Young MC in particular though, dude. Like, what was the big one that he did? Just Bust a Move.
And they Bust a Move, and then the other one where
the whole album is about like him like in school. Yeah, and it's a great record.
And it's slow.
Dude, there's one record where he just spits off his ass.
It's off the Shaft. It's like the Shaft.
The
Shaft sound like sample or whatever. But
yeah, I'm gonna go with I'm All That, dude.
Yeah, I'm All That's amazing.
Probably Who Stole the DJ is my second because I just like the story of it, and it's it involves Jeff, and I like it. They should have made a video off that.
They should have. They definitely should have. Like
so. We can quickly, since we're on it, let's talk about the remixes. So Summertime had a couple of remixes. They had an extended club mix. They had DJ Jazzy Jeff's mix.
The extended club mix is the one that I have on my thing, and I've always had.
It's the record just longer.
Yeah.
So it's just more of the same better.
But it has like picture of your people like kind of clapping.
We never once said drums, please, in this whole show.
Right.
I got a couple minutes left, dude. That is like the most. I've listened to like name that song and it gives you a snippet, and all you hear is drums. Please, not even drums, please, just drums. And I'm like, yo, that's Summertime.
I might have to sample that drum.
Yo, dude,
drum.
You might be listening to it right now, dude. You might be listening to it right now. DJ Jazzy Jeff's mix is just the same song with more meat on it. Yeah, it's just got more depth to it. But you prefer the bass mix, extended bass mix.
Now you don't really hear the bass.
It's just enough.
No, it's like you hear like there's no bass at the very beginning until like it goes later, and
then he just hits you with it.
But you hear like a bass guitar. It's not like a sense of boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
And
it's smooth as shit.
They thrash in that bass, man. Like
you think that's the better one?
I love that. It's got that feel.
Jazzy Jeff's like it's the same exact song. Dear Mama, they did this. Somebody did Dear Mama where they just added to it.
Yeah.
Just enough where you're like, this is different.
Like Jazzy Bell is also another one.
Yeah. Outkast.
Yeah.
Jezebel.
There's two versions of that song.
They just add this R&B hook that wasn't on the album, and it's a way better song. It's
a way better song.
Just enough meat.
You know who's the R&B? You know who sings it?
No, not at all.
Correct, D'Angelo.
That's fucking bananas. I want receipts. That's bananas. That's crazy. Oh shit. And then they did the Soul Power remix, which if you guys remember Gangstar, Guru, you know my steez. Bump.
So I like what they're.
I love it,
but I don't feel like it belongs.
My thing is when I hear it, I immediately want to play You Know My Steez.
Guru. I hear Guru's voice.
Immediately. It's the return of that. What does he say? Oh man, his opening bar on that is so dope.
Man, rest in peace, Guru.
Yeah, man. That's
little known fact.
You will definitely be on Remember.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And we gotta talk. I love jazz, but I be driving to work sometimes, and I see this big graffiti, and it had rest in peace Guru. And I was like, I would see it, and I'm like, yeah, man, for real, rest in peace Guru. I was like, that's a beautiful thing to see. People care about Guru like that. And then I drive by it, and it's painted over.
Fucking.
And that broke my heart. I was like,
damn. Man, that's whack.
But nah, for real, rest in peace, Guru, man.
So let's try to spitfire a couple of these. So we got, let's do the albums. Rock the House versus He's the DJ, I'm the Rapper. And in this corner, Home Base, Code Red. Which one's the best? Rock the House had Girls Ain't Nothing But Trouble.
Yeah.
He's the DJ, I'm the He's the DJ, I'm the Rapper had Parents Just Don't Understand.
I gotta say the earlier records prior to the Home Base had good stuff, but I feel like Home Base has a lot of good things in one album.
I think I'd prefer the sound of Code Red, but because I don't have any ties nostalgically to it, I have to go with Home Base. Summertime is just, and that whole new Jack Swing sound.
I just go by the number of songs that I like on this album.
Okay.
It's a lot more than any other of his albums, except for this last.
A lot of people are going to argue that He's the DJ, I'm the Rapper is the most iconic from him.
Oh, I'm not going to deny it.
This is where we get that Slick Rick, Ice-T storytelling.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
PG.
I'm just saying it's more. I like more songs off of that album.
I'm going with it. I'm going with Home Base too.
That's where the numbers are.
So how about some of these the old school, the corny, the touch of corny? All right. Girls Ain't Nothing But Trouble. Parents Just Don't Understand. Prince of Bel-Air. These are the songs that everybody knows. And they are corny.
Because of what I've just been through, I'm going to go with Girls.
The Girls Ain't Nothing But Trouble?
Yeah.
Dude, you know what, man? I mean, look, I know we were late to the party. We wanted to do Summertime at the beginning of August. Yeah. And now it's back to school. Parents just don't understand, man. Making me go to school wearing zips?
Yeah. Now that's good too, but
you go to school to learn. This ain't a fashion show.
Somebody could say, they be missing the bus.
Yo, we wanted to do that. We will do that. We will shout out to Chris Cross and all that. Yeah, we'll definitely hit them up.
Yeah, but for real, so
you think so? Girls Ain't Nothing But Trouble's I like the I Dream of Jeannie Little. That's a good sample.
But he does that with that Spider-Man one.
I know. That's Lost and Found.
Yeah. No, but okay. Yeah. I mean. I'm still gonna always go with the Nightmare. I know you didn't put on the list.
I purposely didn't put that because even though that is got that cheese, these songs.
No, okay, yeah. So out of those songs,
these songs got all the cheese, man. These are kind of corny. Yeah, today's standards.
The girls, I go with the girls.
I'm going Parents. I mean, look, I should be saying Prince of Bel-Air, but it's so tied into the TV show that it's almost like you're singing a theme song.
Yeah, basically, right.
It's a great theme song. That beat, of all three of them, it's the superior.
Of course, it is. But
all three of these videos, the other part, all three of them have him in that room, that white room.
Yeah,
with all the graffiti.
yeah. You're right.
Did he just have one set?
I think so.
I swear to God.
So.
And these are like, each one is from like other albums, right? Like so.
Maybe it's the one that they
Hey, do you want to go back and use that room again?
For the corniest ones? I think so. Yeah.
It's really weird to me. Like, hey, we're going to do something. We gotta go back. Got the graffiti, got the word butt tagged on the ground.
It's a good room.
It's a good room.
Look, real quick, you guys can't see this, but we wanted to showcase this. It's really interesting here. You know,
those are AirPods, man. Look, we are not sponsored or endorsed by this. You can find this on Amazon.
It looks cool. It just fits
it's super
thing,
dope.
You
want to put on your headphones, man? You want to boombox out?
And I know this is the infamous mug here, but
shout out to my Aunt Mary,
so you can see.
Dude, love this. This mug has become a staple in the podcast. Every time I have coffee with the show.
I wish I had a mug like this.
I'll get you one, man.
Oh, that's nice.
Whatever. All right, let's talk about Will Smith singles real quick because we got to push this. So Will Smith alone is where and put this up on the thing. This is where a lot of people are going to be like, I'm out.
Peace.
I'm out.
Peace.
Men in Black just cruising.
It ain't happening.
Getting jiggy with it. Just the two of us?
Just the two of us.
Miami, Wild Wild West with Drew Hill and Kumo D. We got Will 2K featuring Casey and JoJo. Casey. La Fiesta freaking it. And I'm sorry, but if you haven't heard So Fresh featuring Biz Markie and Slick Rick, you done fucked up.
I don't think I have heard that one.
Black Suits Coming, Nod Your Head with Trey Knox. That's, I'm assuming in Men in Black 2 or 3.
I'm assuming nobody knows that.
God damn, that's fucking cold as shit. 1,000 Kisses with Jada Pinkett Smith. No. Switch. Party.
Toxicity.
No, that was System of a Down.
No, that was Britney Spears.
Oh, fuck. The toxicity of our city. Like, that was System of a Down, but yeah. You know that you're toxic. God, we're lame as shit. Switch, and then from the Lost and Found, Party Starter.
So, no, everything here got to go except just the two of us. And this one, the So Fresh,
dude, So Fresh is great.
I haven't heard that.
It's great.
I have to hear that.
It's a little hats off old school hip
I have
hop.
to hear that because
Biz Biz does the shit. Slick Rick does the story.
Yeah, but from the ones that I've heard here, I would go with just the two of us.
Yeah, I'm going with just the two of us.
That's
No, fuck that.
That's
Just Cruising. Have you heard Just Cruising?
I mean, but
illest fucking beat from Will Smith for me, man.
But nothing beats what it says.
Well, no, you're right. The
That's
content of just the two of us.
That's what it stays. You can't beat it.
The video is like so era.
You can't beat it. It is what it is.
Yo, hot like nitro, cool as ice though. It is the smoothest I've ever. It was the coolest I've ever heard. Will Smith. I'm like, yo, have you heard Just Cruising?
I've heard
the beat is vicious.
I mean, but still, the beat is
and
vicious.
The other night I was listening to it driving home and it was dark. I love that song. I like Eminem's Just Two of Us.
No, I like honestly, I like Just Two of Us a lot better.
Yo, no.
Snap.
Eminem's is where like that whole some shady shit comes
that's
in.
with the worst.
Funk
do is
what
Papa Lupa. I generate power.
That is not just the two
I
of
know,
us.
but it's from dubious. Like, I'm just saying.
What's the best Will Smith movie?
Ooh, that's a good one. Okay.
I didn't even bother getting a list for this.
I haven't seen all of them, so I
just your opinion.
Hush. So, like, for me...
Was he in Hush?
No.
He was in Hitch.
No, for me, for instance, I still yet have to see the one where he's the father of...
King Richard.
King Richard. I heard that's amazing.
Won awards for it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
It was a slapping movie.
Oh, snap. He went there. Damn.
I'm sorry. That's it. That's the only time. Right at the ending of the show.
No, but I have to say, for me...
That he rocked it.
For me, it has to be between Independence Day and Ali.
Ali is dope.
But one thing about Ali that he doesn't speak like that.
I think he sounds a lot like him.
No, he doesn't.
I've seen the videos, man. I think he does a pretty good job.
See,
you think he's off?
He's not off, but it's like,
not completely accurate.
No, it's like when you hear like I didn't notice this until I started hearing Eric Spear on his podcast, and he's like, yeah, like he doesn't have that Kentucky.
Oh, like the drawl.
Yeah, he doesn't have it
because Avery can do a mean one.
Well, that's what it's just he doesn't have it. Like, but I mean, no. But as an actor,
yeah, Independence Day is one of my favorite movies of all
oh,
time.
Bad Boys is amazing.
Bad Boys is fantastic.
Bad Boys is amazing.
Here's what I'll say. Independence Day is more of an ensemble, and then you got like the buddy, like, you know, two icons together with Bad Boys.
Yeah.
I'm giving my money. I'm putting it down for Enemy of the State.
Enemy of the State is a good one
How
too.
fucking good was that movie? That movie really, like, genuinely, like, kind of fucked with me as a kid. Like, it helped, like, I started asking questions. Yeah, the hacker thing.
Yeah.
But beyond that, it was like, you know, the government thing, you know? I was into shit like that. Like Enemy of the State was one of those movies. The Net was one of those movies.
Yeah.
Like, this whole concept that, and it's nowadays, there's
Hackers.
cameras everywhere. Dude, hackers is just its era. Like, it's a very blown up concept. They made hackers
That
cool.
movie was awesome.
They made, like, nerds cool.
Yeah,
and
with their
sexy.
skateboard.
Dude, like that
his
whole,
hair.
like, it's like almost like steampunk-ish.
Yeah.
Yo, I don't know.
So yeah, like a little thing in his eye. Like, nah, but no, going back to Will Smith. Yeah, I definitely good. I mean, he's just got like great movies. Period.
I mean,
like,
that's a debate. I'd like to hear it in the comments. What's the best Will Smith movie? What's the best Will Smith song?
I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that black and white movie too, and I heard mixed reviews.
Emancipation's another one.
I heard mixed reviews because of the fact that it came after the fact of what happened. People were like,
I don't even remember I don't even know what you're talking about.
So you have Emancipation. He made a movie about.
Is that the black and white one?
Yeah, about like the slave who had a picture that has like all the cuts on his back.
Maybe I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it this weekend.
Yeah.
I'll come back in on the comment section.
Here's the other question: what's your least favorite one?
What's my least favorite Will Smith movie? That is a great question.
For me, I like it, but it's my least. It's Men in Black. No. Wild Wild West.
It flopped. It was a movie. It was a big flop. It was a weird movie, dude.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Aladdin.
Aladdin is another one that was
only. Hey, look, man. I mean, I give him his respect for what he tried to do.
Yeah.
But you were putting your feet into the shoes of a fucking genius.
No, you can't do that, man.
Robin Williams is always going. You can make seven versions.
Unless we talk about that was about to say.
Get the fuck out of here.
Unless we talk about Sinbad.
Get the fuck out of here.
But that's a Mandela effect. So.
That's not even. No, they got no fucking relation whatsoever.
It's a guy.
They have hours of content from Robin Williams, and they cherry pick the shit that they like for the movie.
Robin Williams.
He was just making shit up. They let him get in the booth, and they were like, "We'll see you in and out."
I mean, but at the end of the day,
there's a lot of crazy
Robin
stuff.
Williams is a different caliber.
A different fucking caliber.
It's like saying Robert De Niro and Matt Damon. They're both good actors.
They're great actors.
Caliber.
You can't compare the two. It's not fair. It's not fair. And that's what happened. He had those shoes to fill from day one. And so for me, I'm gonna give it to Aladdin. Wild Wild West is a very solid answer to that question. But okay, let's wrap it up on the positive. Is there anything else we want to talk about? Summertime, home base, Will Smith, his legacy. What do we want to leave the people with?
Well, like I said, man, I said earlier, like we as the consumer base are too quick to abandon things that we love for one mistake, and we all make mistakes, and we all deserve second chances. I'm not saying what he did was right, but I'm saying out of the stress that he was under, and we all know why, a man comes to a breaking point. So, do I hate Will Smith? Am I gonna boycott Will Smith? No. But when it happened, I was just like, I
was disappointed that you tainted your legacy.
Right, but then, again, am I gonna stop watching? Am I gonna stop listening to his stuff?
Absolutely.
Never. Will Smith is a great actor and an inspiration for all hip hop heads, because we have to admit, he was there from back in the day. He's still there. He represents it to the day he dies. He is, like KRS said, hip hop.
Trending, firsts, accolades. There's just so much that's under his plate where he would be recognized as a GOAT by any other standard. But Will Smith, for some reason, gets the shitty end of the deal.
Yeah.
Because he's corny, he's soft, he's Mr. Nice Guy.
But then we were trying to come up before we made this video, like a good solid reason as to why people don't like Will Smith. And we watched this thing with Mars, and I kind of agree with it, but disagree with it because it's as long as you have hip hop, you're always gonna have your corny, and you're always gonna have your like hardcore, and
you're always gonna have your light and dark.
Yeah, and
you're always gonna have your more conscious, your more positive.
Right, and it's different. Will Smith and at that time, I don't know, probably rock him, even though he wasn't like hard or like dark, but you know, it was different. And then you have like Lost Boys, and you have Tribe Called Quest, and you have like, you know,
Onyx, and then you have Heavy D,
and then you have Joey Badass, and then you have like the exact, I don't even know, it's like everybody else in the rap game today.
I mean, today you got like J. Cole, Joey Badass, you got Logic. I mean, to an extent, you got Drake, right? Mm-hmm. Like these are all cats that. Kendrick Lamar, like these are guys that are conscious.
Yeah, man. Our time
and they got a little
bit
more of a lighter side to them.
Our time was Mos Def and Talib Kweli. Yep. So it was like it's always been there. And like
Tribe Called Quest, De La Soul.
Yeah, Far Side. We just covered how happy and how
just having fun.
Yeah, how they could be who they wanted to be through hip hop without no hesitation. That's Will Smith is being Will Smith.
Yeah, that's the one thing he was brutally honest. He was himself through and through from the very beginning.
Yep.
He was he never converted and started rapping about guns and drugs and all that. He didn't do anything.
And that's
there's a record on Lost and Found where he's like, I wish I did that.
Yeah.
And he's like talking about those type of records.
Yeah.
He's like, I wish I did that, but you know, I got Summertime.
It's like, don't tell me. Yeah, exactly. And he's like, don't tell me to be like this other guy. I'm Will Smith, and I, you know, have my own way. See, that's what I'm saying, man. He paved his own way. That's why no matter how corny or how whatever, he's always going to be respected because he paved his own way. You know, that's his avenue.
And every summer. You guys are
several
times.
Yeah,
summertime.
And it's endless. I mean, this is our generation. If his little daughter hears Summertime, she's gonna love it. We loved it. This is just, it goes on.
It will keep going. It's a timeless record.
It is.
It's a classic.
So mad props. That's my end. Mad props to Will Smith. And you know, again, I was a kid when I didn't really pay much attention to him, but I'm paying attention to him now. And yeah, just keep doing your thing, Will. Big Will.
Yeah, Big Willie. We got you, man. We love Summertime. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. You know, a little goodbye Summertime. Hello back to school. Parents just don't understand. We're getting ready to go into the Halloween era. Nightmare on my street. And with that being said, I mean, I think, you know, right before we do that, just remember to please like and subscribe this video. Be sure to share this with your friends. Answer some of the questions from the games down in the comment section. What was the best and worst Will Smith movie? What's the best single by Fresh Prince and Will Smith? What is the you know, what are your thoughts on Will Smith today? Anything that you heard that you maybe didn't know about, what are your thoughts about it? Please put it in the comments below. Enjoy the next one. You can find me, Johnny Warbucks, on Bandcamp. It's a party over here. We just dropped a new single, and you can find that on all streaming services. That's Kalishnikov Red featuring Johnny Warbucks, Hip Hop Requiem. It's a banger, 50 years of hip hop. We decided to go out there and represent and show love to the greats.
Wrap this up until me. They want to get some.
Thinking of a master plan.
And you know it, man.
And nothing but bullshit all the time.
Yeah.
Yo, check out the
right. One great big alleyway.
Yeah, when I'm hearing what y'all say, yo, come on.
MCs, man.
On the hip hop line.
Hey, man. If our train falls off the track, pick it up. Back on the scene.
Yo, it's a great, cool ass record. We got Kid Frost on the samples, talking hip hop. It's a dope little record. Go on your streaming services. Look up Kalishnikov Red, Johnny Warbucks, Hip Hop Requiem. That would be dope. We'd appreciate a couple of plays and shares on that, man. That'd be awesome. With that being said,
that's it, man.
Yeah. What are we gonna? So next month, I guess it's October, huh?
You know, it's
Halloween.
It's just, you know, robbing kids from the bags.
Oh, whoa! Are you going too deep into it?
I don't know, you know.
Did hip hop? Hey, wait a minute. Is this year's hip hop gonna fall on a weekend?
I don't know.
Either way, me and my daughter Anna are gonna go trick or treating. Guys, we'll see y'all on the next one. All right.
All right, guys.
I'm
Peace out. Peace out.
Peace.